So A-level results day is coming up very shortly, so today's video I'm going to share with you my top 5 tips for A-level results day. Now first one, quite important, although probably the night before this is going to sound a bit difficult, try and get a good night's sleep. Now hopefully everything goes as planned and you get the results you need and you'll get up the next day and you'll have that place confirmed. But if that's not the case, you want to have had a good night's rest so that you have the brain power to be making decisions if you need to. Once you've got the results, you know what your next steps are. Now, hopefully by now you've got your student finance sorted and hopefully you've already got your accommodation sorted, but sometimes on results day you might need to confirm your accommodation place. Third thing is to understand your options. Now, if things haven't got to plan, then you need to understand what your options are. Now your options mainly might be clearing, so then you need to understand what you're doing in clearing if you're going to be using it. Your second option, this year's different with everything that's happened with COVID, could it be a good idea for you to do the October sitting of A-level exams? Do you feel like the grade that you've been given is actually much less than you could have got if you'd have done the actual exam? And if then you need to consider if you're going to do the October exam sitting, it would then be too late. You would get your results too late to go to university this year, so then you've got to consider what you'll be doing because you'll have to take a gap year. Now the next 2 tips more sort of apply if it's gone wrong. My fourth tip would be to ask for advice. If everything's gone completely wrong and you've got grades that you really weren't expecting, they were much lower than you thought you would, ask for some help. Now you might not be in the fortunate position of being able to physically go and get your results, perhaps you're getting them emailed to you or perhaps sent in the post this year because of everything that's happened. But don't be afraid to ask for help. Now whether you're able to go into school and speak to a teacher or a careers advisor or something like that, or whether you have their phone numbers or some sort of contact details so you can speak to them. But even if it's not one of those types of people, you can speak to friends, family, or even if you don't feel comfortable with that, ask people online. There'll be people, you can ask people on social media, there's websites like the Student Room. Honestly, things will seem a lot better and you'll feel a lot calmer, even if you just talk through your options to people, or if you tell people, okay, it's gone wrong, this is what I got, what should I do? And you'll feel much better for actually having asked for advice. You should not be suffering in silence. And my 5th tip is really don't panic. Now I know that your A-level results probably seem like the most important thing and that they will always be the most important thing for years to come in your life, but that's not necessarily the case. Now you might not have gotten into university you thought you were going to. Perhaps you'll find something that was will end up being better for you in clearing. Perhaps you'll need to take a gap year and work and look at whether you do the October exams. You might, even if you end up in the situation where you're going down a route which isn't what you thought it would be, does not mean it's not going to turn out okay. Now with my short story, with my A-level results, I was hoping for at least equivalent to about 3 C's, but on results day I got a B and 2 E's, and now if that hadn't have happened, I wouldn't have ended up, for example, meeting Josh and having lots of things happen. So try and not to panic and see it as things do work out. Even if it doesn't seem like it right now, it will probably quite likely end up, you might end up where you hope to be, you might end up somewhere different, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. So that's my top 5 tips for A-level results day. If you have any questions at all, please pop them in the comments below. I'll be checking all the comments throughout results day, so if you need any help, you're quite welcome to ask me. But as I say, if you do need support, and ask your teachers if they're available, your family, your friends, or ask people online. But please do ask for that support. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks, bye!